Greetings everyone and welcome. Leviathan DK here, and I am finally back with another timeline video. I have done another World Conquest, this time HRE, but of course we started as Austria. Now, I was attempting one faith, but I failed miserably, and that is because I screwed up many ways, especially conquering the steppes way too late. One beautiful thing though is that North and South America are Catholic, and all of Europe, so is Egypt, except for one province here. India has been done pretty okay, so has a few other countries, but yeah, we failed, and we failed so hard. Partially because I had the wrong Council of Trent. I wasn't the one who decided it. AI did, and they went with the... Well, basically they went with the bad one, the conciliatory option. So I missed out on 2 missionary strength there, and also I only had 5 at the end for a long time, and yeah, didn't get it high enough. Idea groups, I could have picked a better one, like I just reasonably got this one recently, and yeah. But overall, let's have a look at the ideas. Started out with diplomatic, as always, with Austria, into religious for the Reformation. Then I went into quality, administrative, influence, those 2 in a row. Then offensive, humanist, which I never got done. I had planned to finish it to combine with offensive for that sweet bonus of years of separatism. I didn't even get it here. I only got the national unrest. And trade I just finished at the end. So, overall, was so-so. Didn't fire the revolution, and also I didn't fire court and country. This has been done without court and country. Austria into HRE means you don't need to fire it, especially once you are the HRE. You just make sure you revoke things, and of course, as you can see, we have done a complete mission tree. So, and we are still the Von Habsburgs. Right now, we're sitting here. And we made some trade companies. The new trade company function is really great, like it doesn't hinder the conquest whatsoever if you just convert the land first. So yeah. But anyways, let's jump into a timeline. So Austria, we did the usual things that you do as Austria. We got a PU over Bohemia by allying the electors. After that, we took Hungary. Just basically minded our own business. Looked at Italy, Venice, etc. A few wars here and there. Burgundian inheritance didn't happen for us, which was very, very sad. We got Holstein from Denmark, and we were just focusing on trying to get the imperial authority as high as possible. Of course, we decided to keep the Shadow, like the Shadow Kingdom, we decided to keep Italy, which was kind of interesting, but we got it done. Releasing things here and there. Around this time was when the Reformation happened, so now we just started fighting. Venice got huge, we had them as an ally. I don't believe I had them as a actual PU. So Hungary and Bohemia only. And we're just going at it. At this time, everything was looking pretty good. Later on, Lucca and they formed Tuscany, and they were a menace because they flipped not once, not twice, not 4 times, but 5 times they flipped into Protestant, and I had to go to war through allies and everything to convert them. And as you can see, Franconia, we're doing a few wars. There was a unicorn over here. At this time, everything was secure. As you can see, not much is happening. We are now splitting up France. Denmark, we also forced them into the HRE. Hungary got integrated as the junior partner. So beautiful. Tried to sneak our way over to Brittany. And at this point, I believe I have the vassal swarm, which I abused for 2 to 3 years, not more than that. I don't like to abuse it. It's OP by a large amount. So I just decided to have it for a few years, get everything set up with a little bit of money, the coffers, and then I decided to use them one war against Ottomans besides the war with France. There we go. And 1590 we decided to form HRE. So this is where we're at. England and Castile are, as always, just colonizing. There we go. Netherlands. Great Britain got formed. There we go. Made a push. And at this time I was considering firing the court and country, but I realized I don't need to. I can get to 100 without it. So we decided not to go for it. Just eating up as much as we can, making our push. Also, we're down here. Lovely little sneaky way. Starting to have fun with Castile. We're also in the New World. New Holy Roman Empire. Got into the steppes as well. Also over in the Isles. I decided that I didn't want to deal with a massive Great Britain eating things up here and there. Jumping a little bit all over the place. Decided that Africa shouldn't really wait until the like 50 years until the end game. I believe this was mine. I'm not totally sure. I think I did vassalize them or something happened there. Eating Tunis. Oh yeah, Granada got over here. And the reason why you don't see too much happening with Spain and Portugal over here is because I was focused on taking their colonies. Every single war, I took 100% what I could in the New World. That way, didn't have to worry about it that much. Like there was Castile, which was a little bit of a pain, which is now Spain. But as you can see, at this point, I hadn't even touched India or China, which is also why the one fate failed. So next time, charter a province, start expanding. I definitely should have been doing that. Congo, Morocco was actually a little bit annoying due to the space they had. Here we go. We can now make client states, which we will abuse. They did it themselves, and then I made the real no-gay. Germana, we're just expanding all over the place. As you can see now, we're actually almost finished up. And here we are doing the lovely sneaky to get over to Ming. And we're just creating a few client states here and there. Now I did learn that when you become a hegemon, then you are actually royally screwing yourself when you go for the client state feeding land. Oh yeah, Big Bengal, by the way. So they're almost out over here. We're doing a few things down here, expanding, and as you can see, we're just eating up everything, abusing the Ming truce timer with their tributaries. Still haven't touched Japan, but Japan was easy, got over there now. And the reason why we got over there was because they were allied to Spain. El Boer. So I ended up having a lot of client states that I actually couldn't integrate because of the -100 modifier. So that is definitely something to watch out for. At this point, I was feeling like, okay, we're gonna get it done at 1800 because we can integrate, and then I kind of realized, no, I have to give that up. Brunei, also Malacca, they were also quite huge. Like, I had to break with Zaragoza and Kurlan, this, and we were just converting as much as possible. One thing to note though, client states will make a one faith a lot easier because they can actually help you convert. They will actually convert their land. These guys over here, we're not talking about what they're doing. Beautiful grey world, sadly not united under the Catholic faith, but united nonetheless. Merchants, we have a few of them from the charter companies. Could have made more, way more, as you can make one for every single area. But I wanted to convert the land first, so. Like, I don't even think I have one for the Levanite charter, but anyways, you can make all over the place. And Russia never really got going, so. Portugal was also over here, that was so annoying. But the one thing I will say, focus on the New World whenever you can versus Portugal, Spain, Great Britain, basically, because it just makes everything so much easier. Take all the land over here. If you feel you have access to the capitals and forts in the mainland, then don't bother with them, leave them for last. Just take over all of this, the money it gives you, the merchants, makes a new war so much easier because you don't have to take anything over here. It is just a whole lot of fun. And definitely make sure you charter some provinces so you can actually start expanding over here so you don't have to wait until 100 years before the game ends. And I would also, when we talk about ideas, I would probably have gone for something different. However, I do believe I went with quality due to the war exhaustion and Diplo rep. Also the siege, I think I went with that, but maybe I would have gone with the offensive. Yeah, I should have gone with offensive to convert. But lessons learned. Influence, you can allow to take it as the 5th idea group. I actually really recommend placing it down here. Of course, integrating Hungary will make it a little bit harder, but you can always be lucky and inherit the throne, so who knows. But influence I would leave for here because you only really need it for the client stage. You don't need it before that. Depending on how many vassals you release, of course, and fight wars with, like maybe a Byzantium. The Holy Roman Empire idea group is actually pretty nice. Core creation cost, discipline, governing cap. As you can see, I've been building these most places. Of course, I am missing some. State houses, on the other hand, have been doing pretty okay with. But still, only now got up here because of the governing capacity from level 31. Also, always go for the parliament. And that reminds me, the government reforms. Of course, the Austrian Archduchy. This one doesn't really matter. Like, manpower, always go for that. I went with promoted cultures, also quite nice, gives you more money. Admin free policies. Parliament, always take that one. Unless of course you play MP, but for World Conquest, always that one. Just gives you so, it helps you so much. Also that it removes the nobility, means that you just get so much land, which easily sends you up to around the 70%-ish area. only been constructing a few things. Yeah, again, converting, etc. Not really that much. And then, of course, I went with political absolutism for the yearly. So we get to the 105 actually. You like once you get above 75 you get a little bit more here, so that's nice. So you can actually get to 115 I believe. Mission tree is so great. Make sure you use them at the correct time, like Gain General with 100 tradition. Everything is just amazing. Overall, Austria into the HRE, not abusing vassal swarm, is actually so much fun because you have a united country. You can make the money that you need for everything, fleet, etc. You don't need to abuse the vassal system that much. You can actually just forego it, but of course there are the years from when you revoke the privilegia and they become your vassals until you can actually reform it. So I used that for France and for the Ottomans, and also to make sure I got the imperial authority to 100, so everyone would be annexed or consolidated into the HRE. Lovely name placement. Something has flipped over here. That one I didn't notice. So my claim earlier about North and South America being a lovely right culture, something has happened here. Did not notice that one. That's a big oopsie. Other than that, there's not much to say. Then check out my Discord, which you can find a link to on my Twitch channel, which is /LeviathanDK, just like the name here on YouTube. And I hope to see you there for the next World Conquest and other achievement runs. Take care, bye bye.